All right, good morning, Bike Shop class. This is the new assignment for the week, nice and late in the week, so we can stretch our curriculum out as long as we possibly can to get into the last little bit of school, right? Are you guys getting ready to get into school? So we'll have a summer of quarantine instead of a quarter four of quarantine. So let's take a look at that calendar right now, all right? That is not the calendar. That's the calendar. So here we are on today, May the 7th, and we just have, let's see, we have one, two, three more Fridays to go, and then we'll be done. All right. So we have just a little bit of school left, you guys, just a little bit of school left, and we'll be done with the semester. And we can cross our fingers and look forward to a start of a fairly normal, let's hope, fairly normal first quarter next year. And I wanted to say, uh, everybody who's left, you're not a senior, right? We got to say goodbye to our seniors uh, on Wednesday, and now it's just the rest of us here, the teachers who are, of course, always be back every year, and we have our 9th through 11th graders to keep on keeping on. We'll get you there too. It will be your year soon. It will be your year to graduate and be done very soon. All right, classwork for bicycle bike shop today. We're dealing with removing and installing cranks. All right, there are two videos that go with you today. The first one you're going to take a look at is the crank type identification. So there's a lot of different types of cranks in the bicycle world. We deal with primarily one type. So you're going to have to identify the type of cranks in Monday's attendance question. What types of cranks are there? You have to name one other than the one that we're going to be working with today. All right, so if you identify some cranks for us on Monday's attendance question, then you're going to watch the crank removal and installation video, which is the most commonly seen crank and bottom bracket style in bike shop, because almost all of the school bikes use the same crank and bottom bracket style. There are a couple of exceptions. A couple of schools have some more advanced stuff, but these will be the ones that you would see. And they'll probably be the ones that you would see on your own bike, unless you have some pretty fancy road bikes or some pretty fancy mountain bikes. All right. Then you're going to click into the. Look at that. I failed to change the name of the document. It says brake pad service, but it's not brake pad service. It should be named. It should be named crank and bottom bracket service. Let's fix that right now. You guys can see me do this live on the air. Whoa! I'm making a mistake, right? So this is crank. There we go. Crank and bottom bracket service. Crank and bottom bracket service. All right. Nobody saw that. All right. So you're going to answer it. So the questions are right, even though I failed to edit the titles. So what tools are required for this job? What type of crank and bottom bracket is he working with? Summarize the process in 3 to 5 steps. It's not that complicated, but it can be time consuming. Are there any problems or cautions? He's going to offer some cautions and some tips at times in the video to let you know where where you might make a mistake if you are not being careful. And then what is your the part of the process that you find the most challenging. Okay, so you're going to add that into your assignment there. It's a little bit shorter than the previous ones because there's less to do on cranks. They're not as finicky to tune or to adjust like pads or shifting, so it's pretty straightforward. You just get it on there and do it right. So those are our assignments for today, and will be due on Monday. It's only worth 10 points as opposed to 20 points because it's a lot simpler than we had before. So you should be able to get done with this. I would think the video is 9 minutes, so I'm thinking maybe 15 minutes worth of work, and you will be done. You'll have credit for this assignment. All right. And then if you have any questions about any of your assignments, please, please, please utilize your email and send me a request for help. Okay. I don't know if you need help or like if you're stuck and you don't know what to do or how to do something. And I can't tell that from I'm just pretending this whole thing will go away. it's not going to go away. You're still going to have to get it done if you want to pass the quarter. So I can't tell that in virtual remote learning school. Okay, so you got to send me an email if you need help. Please reach out. I'm here all day with my own two childrens all day long. I'll be happy to answer your call almost any time, and we'll get it ironed out and we'll get you going and get you set up and successful again, being good in school. All right. Even though it's weird, even though it is something unprecedented, schools haven't had to deal with this in 100 years, right? We haven't had to deal with this in 100 years. So no one really knows how to do it, but we do know it's not going away this quarter. And we just got to uh, bear that burden to the end of the road. Okay. Don't forget that we love you. We support you. It's great outside. I hope that you can get outside and play some today. And we will see you. We'll see you next time. Okay. Have a great Thursday.